cramp. Crampy, crampy, cramp. Cramp, 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 cramp. It's been a year since starting my wild camping journey. So I just wanted to do an update on the video that I did around about 10-11 months ago on all the gear that I bought to start off with. And I'll go through backpacks, sleep system, to everything basically. I'll give you a little bit of information on each one and what I thought of it, if I've upgraded, if I've got something new, something that I don't use anymore. So we'll start off with the backpack. I bought the Euro Hike Nepal 85 litre, and the reason why I bought this is because I take quite a lot of gear because I've got two dogs that I take with me, Rodney and Walter, so I need a lot of room. Now when I initially bought this was 40 quid and it's about £30 now at Go Outdoors, so it's an absolute bargain. So I've been using it for about a year. So what do I think of it? Well, it's lasted me. There's no damage to it, there's no straps that are breaking, there's no buckles that are breaking. It is a really good beginner backpack. Now I must admit, it's not the most comfiest backpacks. You know, it's a £40, £30 backpack, so it is a little bit uncomfortable. It digs into your shoulders, but for someone that's starting out, it's fantastic. You get two huge side pockets, a massive top pocket, and loads of room. Like I say, it's 85 litres. Now, I was given this by my daughter. I'm not sure where she got it from, but she gave me this a couple of weeks ago. Now this is the Low Alpine. Now I don't think you can buy these anymore. I think it's quite an old backpack, but it's a Low Alpine Sirocco 1, and that's a 65 litre, and it is a lot more comfier than the Nepal. I must admit, I obviously don't have a price on this because I was given it, but it is a lot more comfier. It does say that it has adjustable back on it, and it also says that it has air-cooled body system on it, so a lot more comfier than the Nepal, I must admit. But I still use them in Nepal because I need that size for these two. Now, where do I start in terms of sleeping? Well, I bought the Snugpak Expansion 3. Now this is a 3 to 4 season sleeping bag. It has a comfort of -5 and a low of -10. The weight of it is 1,500 grams, and it's been a brilliant sleeping bag, and that were only £68 that bought me. Bearing in mind I did buy this over a year ago now. It's been fantastic, and the good thing I like about this is you can zip it down one way, attach it to another zip it back up, and it just gives you a little bit more room around the shoulders. So it's really good sleeping bag is that. Can't complain about that, it's been fantastic. But since then I have bought the OEX Fathom EV200. Now this is a two season sleeping bag, and you can see the size difference on it. Now I bought this for Rodney when it was a bit colder, so he had somewhere warm to sleep, but I will be, once the weather's warming up, I'll be switching to this because Rodney won't need as much warmth through the night, and he'll just use his blanket. This was £15 from Go Outdoors. Absolute bargain, 2 season sleeping bag. Now the comfort on this is 7, and the limit is 2 degrees, so ideal for summertime. It's absolutely a bargain at that price, and that is 800 grams. so check that out. Now, one thing that ended up in the pillow heaven was my Decathlon pillow. I used it about 5 or 6 times. It was only £14 and it got a puncher in it. It just split on seams, that's all it did. So I have upgraded to the Trekology Aloft Pillow 2.0, and that is really comfortable. I have only used it once, and on this you do get, I'll pump it up, draw out the video, you do get the strap that goes around the your sleep pad, so it's more stable and secure around your sleep pad. It's not moving and slipping all over the place, but it's a really comfy pillow. It takes a couple of minutes to blow up. Excuse me. Trekology pillow, really comfy. And it's got these like little silicone bubbles on the back there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not. We'll see. That would sort of give that little bit more stability as well on your sleep pad, so it's not slipping about as much. But this in alone, it's a good idea, and it does. I think it does pop off with a little stud clip there. It pops off there. So that was £12. Go outdoors. Again, another bargain, another cheap product, but really good. I have only used it once though since my other one got a puncher, so we'll see, but I've heard really good things about it. This is one of my favourite pieces of kit, I've got to admit. This was about £78 this, from Kilos Gear. Now the length of it is 190 centimetres and the height is 10 centimetres thick. It does have a built-in pillar and it does have a built-in foot pump. I've never used the foot pump, I've always used the flex tail. Now I have done a video showing you this. Some of you may have seen it already, but it's a really good piece of kit, and they are becoming, the Kilos Gear products are becoming more popular. It is an American it is an American brand, and you don't need to pay import tax if you order from their website direct. Really good piece of kit. I always bring that along with me anyway. It's a foil mat, £10 from Decathlon that was. But you can get them from other places for around about the same sort of price. Go outdoors, that sort of place, but it just gives you that bit of extra warm on them colder nights. So again, another bargain, and it weighs absolutely nothing. If it's a little bit cold, I've got the rabat, fully out, pair of rab gloves, which it's fine. I always take a spare pair of socks with me, and for the colder days and colder nights, Rodney's got a blanket and an aqua fleece that I put on him. Walter don't really need any extra warmth, or I would cover him up with my down jacket. He wanders and spins around so much at night that it just falls off of him. So that's my sleep system from last time. So I'm still using the Snug Pack. I bought that for Rodney, but I will use that when it becomes a little bit warmer. Now, the thing I did upgrade was a stove. I just had one of the cheap ones from Amazon, £20. The arms just weren't big enough to hold a frying pan on, and I just wanted that little bit more stability. So I got the MSR Pocket Rocket, and that was £45 in sale at Go Outdoors. It doesn't have an igniter on it, so I always have to bring them extra lighters with me. It's a brilliant piece of kit. Warms a pot of water up in absolute no time at all. It's fantastic. That's the MSR Pocket Rocket, is that, and I just use this with my gas, Coleman gas, screw on. Remember the last video? I bought the Easy Clip camping gas. Rookie mistake, but yes, make sure that when you're buying gas, it does fit to your stove and it's a screw on if you've got that type of thing. I got that free from AliExpress. It was supposed to be set of free, but they only sent one, so they just refunded me full price. So I use that for me brews, warming my water up. And there's one thing that I always forget to do every time I boil my water. I always leave the handles down when it's boiling and then I can't touch it. So if you've got one of these, fold out your handles first. So free mug. With the gas stand, £10, again for stability. Really good little piece of kit, not heavy at all. Got the fold up mug, £5, not split, used it loads of times, so still the same mug. Absolutely brilliant little piece of kit, £5. The thing is with these is they don't keep your cuppa or your water that warm for that long, unlike that if you keep it into the titanium mug. A couple of fold up bowls that I take for the boys is water and food. Little knife and fork, foldable knife and fork. Now that came with the Amazon stove set with the pot and stove, but I kept them and I still use them, so they're really good just for that extra. The windshield I've got and I always take it with me, but I've never had to use it, to be honest, even though it's been windy on a lot of my camps and what have you, but too windy to cook, so I've actually never used it. And then I've got the OEX frying pan. Used that absolutely loads of times as that, and it's literally non-stick. It's just got a little bit of burnage marks on there, but foldable handles, again really light, about £10 from Go Outdoors again, but really good piece of kit. Lighter for the stove, I always take two spare ones. So the one thing that I'm really disappointed about, Catadine B3 water filter. I've used it twice, that's it. Now the second time I used it, it wasn't flowing very well. Now I know it says soak them in water, but I had used it I had used it on my previous camp, so I didn't think it'd need it again. So when I was pushing the bag to get the water out, it developed a little pinhole. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. I thought it'd be a bit more stable, and there were 50 quid there. What? I've got one of these little foldable sit mats. This was given to me by my mate Josh, as was the windshield, believe it or not. Really handy if it's wet on the floor. I usually just put it in the vestibule, and then when I'm leaning in, putting it on my knees, I kneel on it while I'm setting my tent up and my sleeping bag and my sleeping mat and what have you. So yeah, they're only cheap, a couple of quid. You'll get them from Amazon, or they'll probably sell them at your local outdoor shop. So really good little piece of kit. And then I've got these, look, little plastic knife and fork. You see that they all just clip together in a nice little set. Really good. Then there's a fun game at morning, because you can't remember which way they go around. You can put back together, especially if you're a little bit hungover. Again, really cheap from again, Go Outdoors. One thing I did forget to mention is the rain cover for the rucksack. This is a 70 litre to 100 litre rain cover for the Nepal. This was from Decathlon, and this was really cheap, about £7, something like that, from Decathlon. So really sort of good bargain for that. Thermals, Amazon, 16 quid. I've only had to use them once or twice, but to be honest, I really haven't done that many cold camps. I did one in November, and I did one a couple of weeks ago, and then I did one up into the hills with our kid, but I didn't use it. I just climbed in my sleeping bag with me my clothes on. I was fine with that. Godsend if you like getting up at middle at night. Pee bottle. Brilliant little piece of kit. Yes. Don't worry, it's clean. Bit of moisture there. Yeah, so pee bottle. £6 from Amazon. So really, really good. And it's unisex, so it's really good piece of kit. So it just saves you getting out of your tent, especially if it's raining. In these ones, I have added, since my last video, midget net and hand warmers, but I haven't had to use them. And that's hand warmers there, but still in the packet, still not used them. I've got in here alcohol gel for your hands and a sanitizer, wipes, self-explanatory, little foldable toothbrush, deodorant, a little toothpaste in there. So that's what I've got in there. So a couple of quid each, little bits in there, and that just goes with me in every camp. And that hand sanitizer comes in good stead if you've got pooches with you and you accidentally put your finger in a bit of dog poop. Another piece of kit that I love, this little chair. £16.99 on Amazon these are. It's got a little pocket at the side of it where you can put a drink, bottle of pop, can of beer, whatever you want, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. This really cheap, a little first aid box. There's all sorts in here, little tick, tool remover, paracetamols, bit of nose spray, bandages, everything that you really need, to be honest. And they're really cheap from Asda, I think, on Morrison's that was. I think it does say somewhere on this thing where it's from. Maybe not anymore, but yeah, Asda or Morrison's, and it's got everything you need in there. You can just maybe add a few little bits more to it. All my electrics go in a little dry bag. I've got a little lantern that uses batteries. For the dogs, lights up LED. Flex tail pump, mini pump, £15 from Amazon, and it blows your sleeping mat up in absolute no time at all. So try to get one of these if you can, if your budget can stretch out to it. It's absolutely brilliant piece of kit. Flex tail mini, and it comes with a little lantern on the end of it as well. And I've got my power bank, headphones, a little filming light, head torch in there. Head torch I got was at OEX, that was £12 from Go Outdoors, and it's got loads of different settings on there where you can flick it through. It's even got a setting where you can put it on, put your hand over it, it'll turn light off, put your hand on it and it'll turn light back on. So really, really good piece of kit. So all my power bank is a 20,000 hertz power bank, so it's got loads of power in it. I don't have to charge it up that much, to be honest, and it'll charge your phone possibly a few times before you will need to charge it. I always take a little bit of Gorilla Tape with me just in case there's any damage to the tent or the poles, so that's probably about a tenner is that, but I always take it anyway, but I've never had to use it. My missus used it the other day to try to fix a watering can. Now the tent I've got is the Cloud Peak 2. Everybody's heard of them, they're a brilliant tent, they're absolutely fantastic. I didn't bother setting it up today, but I will show you a picture of it set up. It's absolutely fantastic, it's a brilliant piece of kit. But a little tip maybe for those that are just starting out is that I always got a little carabiner clip there that I clip the pegs on and the poles on, so I don't leave either one behind. I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube where people have left their pegs or the poles behind. And then yes, the Cloud Peak 2, I love it. It's been such a great tent. 2.4 kg this is, but you can get compression sacks and you can really squish it down to nothing at all. But this is just in its own pack, and then as you can see it'll just start going back out there. But really good tent, I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll be upgrading that very soon because it's been fantastic as the Cloud Peak 2 from Nature Hike. At the time that cost me £111 with 20 quid postage direct from Nature Hike. I'm not so sure how much they are now, maybe about 180. So not a particular budget tent, but this is classed as a budget tent, unlike the OEX tents. So absolutely fantastic tent, I love it, and they get such good reviews. They're really good, they're brilliant. So all the gear that I bought, and if you've watched the first video that I released all the way back early 2024, you'll see me showing the prices and it's pretty much the same gear that I've been using for the full year. I am coming up to almost a year on YouTube, and I am getting cramp. It's almost my first anniversary on YouTube. 1 year I've been doing YouTube. I've released 27 videos, and the response that I've got to each video that I've released has been fantastic. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching, leaving your comments, giving it a like. It's been brilliant. I didn't expect it to be so good. It's been really brilliant. So again, a massive thank you to everybody that subscribed. It's awesome. Every time that subscriber count goes up by 1, I feel amazing. It's brilliant. I hope you've enjoyed this video and the update that I have pretty much all the same gear as over a year ago. I haven't had to upgrade that much, and I've had to upgrade my stove out of choice. I could have probably maybe lived with it, but I'm happy with it all. Budget gear has lasted me a year. Budget gear has lasted me a year. That rhymes, doesn't it? If anyone needs to ask any questions about any of the items on here, drop a comment in the box, and I'll answer you. I answer most. I answer all comments, as I appreciate you taking the time to watch it and leaving a comment. And yes, that is it for this video. Like nearly a year anniversary for my YouTube channel. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Give this a like, and if it's your first time here, give me a subscribe and check out the first time I showed you this video, this gear. So I'm hoping to get out on another camp with my brother in a couple of weeks' time. We're not going up to a summit, but we are camping quite high up this time, so it's not a fully summit camper. We're just going up just to test the tents out. My brother's will be fine, he went fancy. So I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.